Alright guys, if you're looking for an emotional journey, an emotionally draining journey, this is going to be the film that definitely breaks your heart, completely brings you down, but is absolutely near perfection. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back to a brand new movie review. I just got done with TIFF 2020, and Pieces of a Woman is what we will be discussing today. And my God, guys, this is a tough one to watch, but it's definitely one that I think will be affecting a lot of people. I compare this film that this is kind of like the Manchester by the Sea or Beautiful Boy for this year, especially with how emotionally draining this film truly is, and I adored it to pieces. This film will be going to Netflix later this year, maybe early next year, depending on how they're doing their award stuff this year. They are definitely going to be pushing this for a lot of that stuff because this film definitely deserves it, especially Vanessa Kirby's performance, because Pieces of a Woman is a tragic, poetic, and near perfect character study that is absolutely, again, one of the best films of this year. It knocked me on my ass multiple times, had me in tears, and overall just hinged on the edge of my seat throughout the entire runtime. But weirdly enough, I also wanted to jump right back into this film after even being emotionally drained. I wanted to study every layer of this movie, and many of you guys are going to be feeling the exact same way. If you guys do love early movie reviews, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on content like this over here on a daily basis. I love talking movies, and I want to keep talking them with you guys, so make sure to comment down below and let me know your guys' thoughts. How excited are you for Pieces of a Woman? Are you excited about it? Are you not? Let's discuss it all down there. Pieces of a Woman is about a grieving woman who embarks on an emotional journey after the loss of her baby. The film stars the likes of Vanessa Kirby, Shia LaBeouf, and Benny Safdie. In TIFF 2020, this is my most anticipated film of the festival. A lot of the reason being I wanted to see what Vanessa Kirby could do in this role. I've really liked her in Hobbs and Shaw. I've really even liked her in, of course, Mission Impossible Fallout. I think she's always been the shining bright spot, especially in a supporting role, but leading a film on her own, this was something, again, I wanted to see what she could do, and she pulls it off to such high stars. She is absolutely phenomenal in here. And again, if the Oscars were tomorrow, she should win. She should win Best Actress, hands down. And honestly, for me, I don't know what other performance could beat this at this point, because she is so damn good in this. This is a side of her that we have never seen through and throughout. Kirby excels in charisma, but here she is cold, quiet, and reserved, but brilliant. You see all the emotion you need to in her eyes, and the quiver in her lips at certain moments is absolutely just jaw-defining. To the little hints of emotion coming through her, her journey is everything here, and it's a wreckful, beautiful, and emotional one at that I could not keep my eyes off the screen. Emotionally draining character study that in the end has such a touching ending. Kirby brings this whole story to life, and you can have such a great script here, but the direction and all that, it's truly down to her performance that really she gives the performance of the ages. And even though this is only the start of this generation, this next decade, Kirby has already redefined herself as an actress that we need to be looking out for. That's more than just the typical action films. She is great. Honestly, not even great. She is perfection in this. And also her partner in crime within this story is Shia LaBeouf, who is the father of this baby as well. Now, there will be some cons that I've heard some other people mention, how it doesn't really focus on the father and what he's going through, and it's very much surface level approach to him. But for me, I don't think this is his journey. This was her journey, and I think we got enough of what Shia LaBeouf and his character especially was going through. Now, I didn't love everything that they happened to do with this character. That's why I say this film was near perfect in my opinion. I think there are a couple little elements that I would have liked to see his character go in a different avenue, but those are minor nitpicks for a performance that is absolutely, again, also great. Shia LaBeouf kills it in here. The film has a really weird structure right off the bat. Let's just talk about that right now. The structure is very weird, and I know that was a major con to a lot of people when it came to Beautiful Boy, and some people were going to have the exact same issue for Pieces of a Woman. But I love the structure because it focuses on the most important parts of her journey. That's why it's called Pieces of a Woman. About pieces of her journey going back to where she needs to be her normal self, to get back to that normal structure. Especially after going through such an emotionally devastating thing, this is something that needs to be dealt with, and especially in the pieces that they go about, there are subtle hints and subtle little symbolisms to, say, an apple or a bridge being built throughout the whole entire film, and I adored the structure because of the way that they were able to focus in on that the whole entire time. It never deterred from her character. It always focused in on the nitty-gritty of everything that we truly needed to know. That's why I think the way that Shia LaBeouf's character was written in here was actually really well done, and his performance is great and elevates all these scenes, especially the way that Vanessa Kirby is also also elevating these wonderful, great, memorable scenes as well. Because the first 30 minutes of this film is definitely all the buildup. It's literally the beginning, the prologue to what is going on and how this journey has begun. And the first 30 minutes is pretty much a one-take shot, and it is so intense. It's so on the edge of your seat, and even though you know what's going to happen, you are sitting there still clamoring for every single moment, and it is hard to look away, but it's also very eerie and gives me straight shivers down my spine from the way that they are able to direct every single element in this. In general, the rest of the movie, you know, while the first 30 minutes is some of the best filmmaking that I've possibly ever seen, the rest of the film is also fascinating and great. There's one scene in particular where they're all at this family gathering, all going around, and Vanessa's Kirby's character is just walking around and you're hearing everyone talk. It's into this giant argument between her and her mother. Great monologue that comes from Ellen Burstyn is also fantastic. Again, the performances here are all stars. Also, the stars of this are Cornell Mordrisco and Kada Weber, who are the writer and director of this film, who both elevate the material that they are able to give. The direction for each and every scene is flawless. The writing in every single scene is memorable. And again, this is a film that I want to dive back into, especially and analyze every little bit of it. This movie makes you feel like you were there with them, being able to feel every ounce of it, making you feel like this is your baby that you lost. And it really just made me scared to be a father, but at the same time optimistic for how I would be able to handle a situation like this. I don't know how she was able to do it, but put me inside her shoes and make me live through every single thing that she was going through, the torture that she really feels throughout this. It is absolutely astounding. Pieces of a Woman is a movie for the ages. It's an emotional, draining journey that is beautiful, poetic, touching, and uncomfortable. Every moment of this journey, you are there for it. The opening act is filled with tension and brilliantly made. The direction and writing are top-notch. Alongside this, bringing about many different elements I am looking forward to diving back into. Alongside Kirby's performance, which should not be ignored. This is award season out of every film I've seen this year. It has been quite a bit before a performance was able to bring me to the sense of emotion I felt watching this film. An unforgettable journey that will touch many who watch this and make them think about their own journey that they are on right now. I loved Pieces of a Woman. I will absolutely adore this film. This is one of my favorite films of the year. It'll definitely be one of your favorites as well. So with all that said, I'm going to give Pieces of a Woman an A. Thank you guys again so much for clicking on. You guys are seriously all the best. When this film comes out, guys, make sure to comment down below and let me know your guys' thoughts. If you were happen to be at TIFF or any of the festivals that this did premiere at, I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section as well. Hit that like and subscribe button on your guys' ways out. If you guys are interested in seeing movies early, head on over to Sean Films as well. And of course, it's a big thank you to you and a big thank you to my Patreon supporters, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you guys again, and of course, until next time, stay classy.